Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1.
Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the schmoes know. This is Guilty Movie Pleasures. In-depth discussions on movies, no matter how guilty they make you feel.
All right, Schmoville, what's happening? For those of you who are just listening to the show or past listeners, that's our new intro. That's Dracula. It's actually Count Chocula. Count Chocula's been he's been hit some rough times, so I brought him on to Guilty Movie Pleasures to do our intro, and I think he's doing a hell of a job. I'm Josh Macuga. Thank you guys for watching Guilty Movie Pleasures. Today, my co-host Steve Simone will be calling in. He is out of town in an apropos town as the movie that we are discussing today. Coming in hot, my guest co-host, you guys know him from his show, Box Office Breakdown. You also know him as the one, the only, Finstock. Finstock, welcome to the program. Come on in. We could play some, there we go, and a little applause. Now, welcome to the show. People may wonder why you have a backwards trucker hat on and why I don't have one, but maybe I should I change that up?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, that's why I'm not wearing a mask, because I want to segue. It's why my beard is growing. I want to segue to the transition to be easy when I take off the mask for good, that it's not too much of a difference. It just doesn't scare everybody.
The reason we're wearing these awesome trucker hats and have this incredible facial hair is today's movie.
Yeah.
Over the Top. The most classic arm wrestling tale in American history, starring Sylvester Stallone, Robert Loggia, a crying kid, and a dying wife.
Nobody knows her name.
Nobody knows. It's Christine something.
It's not even in it. It's just blank.
She only has like 3 scenes, and then if you count the funeral, 4. But
she was almost unneeded.
She was. Yeah, but there had to be the tie between the kid.
Yeah.
But if you guys have never seen Over the Top, I'm going to break down the plot for you guys in under 5 minutes, okay? Here's how it opens. It opens with Stallone driving in this sick truck through like the hills and the mountains of America, and he's just like killing. He's looking like this. He's got the sunglasses, he got the trucker hat, pulled a little low. He just kind of living the dream. You don't know what's going on. He's just a bachelor, just swinging around, whatever. He pulls into a truck stop. You're like, oh man, this guy's he's just living the dream. He's hanging out.
Wearing great clothes.
Just jawline. He looks like a middleweight.
He looks amazing.
Yeah, and he's got this. Oh, thanks, JT, playing the song. He's driving through a little Loggins. He's driving through. He pulls up to a cadet school, like an army cadet kind of a thing. We realize that like it's his son that he's coming to pick up. He goes into the colonel's office. He's like, I don't know this guy. I don't want to be any part of this dude, right? The kid's just a little brat, whatever, but he shoves him in the truck. He's like, the kid tries to escape from the truck.
He must get hit by a car.
Yeah, it's the dad. He doesn't like his dad because his dad's been absent, but we don't know why the dad's been absent. He's like, you never wrote me. He's like, I did write you. He's like, oh, there was letters. Crap. He tries to run across a freeway in Los Angeles like an idiot. Brings him into the truck. They end up at this truck stop. And it's like the greatest truck bar of all time.
Yes.
Right? Everybody has a trucker hat. Everybody has a mustache. And
everybody has a rip in their shirt.
There's always rips in the shirt. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
He gets challenged by this awesome dude who goes by Grizzly. No, it's not Grizzly. Smasher.
Smasher.
And Smasher's got like the sickest beard of all time.
Yeah. He looks like Diamond Dallas Page.
Now, this is the part when JTE flips out because Stallone has the greatest game face of all time. It's not for anything important, just an arm wrestling thing. And for some reason in this trucker bar, there's an professional arm wrestling table in the back of the bar. He is getting kind of like hold back by Smasher, and then he does his classic move when he brings it over the top and crushes it. Boom. We don't know what even over the top is yet.
Nope.
But we just know that,
it's a move.
It's a move in arm wrestling.
And it's a good one.
So Smasher, we know that he's the thing. We meet Bull Hurley, who has the greatest neck rolls of all time, the greatest mustache of all time. He's bald. He's the man. He's what every man aspires to be if you want to be overweight, huge, and kick ass.
And work in a deli.
He definitely sells cold cuts.
Yes.
What we notice too is that in the arm wrestling, Stallone turns his hat around.
Like that.
When he has to get
That's how
in
he
game
gears
mode
up.
when he gets in game mode. So that's his game face. He puts on the game face. I don't know if I can do the game face justice, but we'll try later.
It's like a blank stare. It's almost like a blank, like no blinking stare that he used in Rambo and numerous other movies when he gets like about to kill everybody on the planet.
Yeah, he's in another world. He zones out. It's perfect. I mean, look at this movie poster. It's amazing. Like that's Bull Hurley, and that's Stallone with the hat backwards.
Yep.
So now he's kind of getting in with the kid. They make another stop. He talks to the wife on the phone. They try and is this when they try and kidnap him or something? I forget.
Yeah, they try to kidnap him.
Yeah,
that was after he wins in the match.
Then he wins, but then he takes his kid and he's like, "Oh, my son can beat you guys in arm wrestling."
Yes.
Then they have their bonding dad moment, and when we first finally like, you can't meet anybody halfway. Goes back in, beats the ratty kid with the thing. We'll break him down a little bit later.
Yeah.
Goes in. He finally now Michael and Sylvester Stallone are getting to know one another. They try and steal Michael, whatever. Then
The two goons.
Then he actually leaves or whatever because Stallone leave. What happened?
Yeah, they take him, and then he escapes to his grandfather's house.
Yeah, the grandfather's house. And this is when Stallone's like, screw this, I'm coming at you full force. So he gets to the gate and you can't come in. You don't want to see your son. He's like, oh yeah? Backs the truck up, the
Badass
Lincoln
move of
Hawkmobile.
all time.
I mean, it's incredible. He rams the gate, no problem, drives through what are statues and fountains, opens the front door. He's like, I'm taking my son. Like, oh, you think you can do this? Cops show up. He goes to jail. Michael, he signs over the rights with the ratty attorney who was related to the brother in Wonder Years. We're pretty sure.
Jason Hervey.
Cuts to Vegas. Now he's working out in the greatest truck workout of all time. He has a weightlifting thing that he just pulls in. Gets to Vegas for the national championship. We meet all the guys. It's a double elimination tournament. We make sure that's stress.
He throws $7,000 on himself.
$7,000 on himself because he's a 20-1 shot.
Yes,
right?
That's a big underdog.
He sells the Hawkmobile, which I forgot to say, to get the $7,000 to bet on himself. Now he's in the competition. We see these awesome dudes. There's Grizzly. There's Bosco. There's Bull Hurley.
Yep.
There's
guy drinks motor oil.
Dude, yeah, that's Grizzly.
The guy wearing. He eats a cigar. Foobar.
Then he goes to Cutler's thing, and he's like, "Listen, I want you out of my life. Here's the greatest rig you'll ever have, and $500,000. You're like, "Well, he only wins $250 in a new truck in the arm wrestling. I'd probably take it and leave the kid who's whining and crying anyway.
So adopt a kid from Africa.
But he's like, I already have a family. I'm taking this. Like, you're going back against your word. He's like, well, I'll do what I want. And then he goes to the arm wrestling thing. He's wrestling. He loses to Grizzly, but we're stressed that this is a double elimination tournament, so we can do it. Then he goes and he beats Grizzly again. He has to come back. Then he goes into the finals against Bull Hurley. Their hands are too slippery. They have to put the thing on, right? And then he wins.
The Hannibal Lecter mask.
Meet me halfway. The kid gives him the speech before the final, like, you got to do this. You were all talk. You can't do it. You got to meet me halfway. Yada yada yada. Mm-hmm. Steve is on hold. He's gonna be calling in. So we're almost to the end. He wins the tournament. He gets a truck. They get in the car. He puts the hawk in the thing. Happily ever after. That's the movie.
The end.
Steve Simone calling in, co-host of Guilty Movie Pleasures. Steve.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
this
buddy.
is Steve's dad. Steve got tagged up and couldn't make the phone call. He's in Vegas.
Now,
acting nutty.
Steve, I hear that you're there reporting live from the Arm Wrestling National Championships. Is that correct?
I heard. Hey, Steve. Steve, this is Finstock. I'm sitting in for you
what's
today.
Up, buddy?
Hey, I heard that your first round matchup in the arm wrestling thing is Pete Rose.
It's a battle of the haircut match.
Right.
How's it going there in Vegas, buddy?
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah, show's been
good. It really
good.
is awesome.
Good. Now you're a big over the top fan, right?
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It's like Rocky with arm wrestling. Remember my dad telling me
that's
that.
correct.
Your dad is 100%.
What was the name of the big guy that was like, I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to break him.
Bull Hurley.
Yeah, I remember my dad was like, that dude looks like a real badass. but then he was like, no, it's true. You don't have to be that big. Arm wrestling's all about leverage.
It really is.
Well, he gives up 100 pounds to Bull Hurley with the arm wrestling.
He gives up 100 pounds in Bull Hurley's neck.
Yeah.
And about 300 total.
What a monster that guy was.
Monster. What's give me do you remember any the kid crying scenes or anything? This movie, we said last night, and I'm sticking to it, that the reason why no other arm wrestling movie has ever been made is because this movie's perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, doesn't Robert Loggia play his
yes
the father-in-law?
Yes.
So so perfect.
Fresh off a big.
So everything about it was perfect.
Yeah.
And isn't there like a sick mom in the hospital?
Yes.
Or something?
Yeah,
like,
she
I remember
does.
so good. Everything about this. You know what? I'm going to go out and buy this movie tomorrow.
You really should.
Why have I not been watching TV? Like on the background of my TV whenever you walk into my house, like just always on.
It's a great. We did audio commentary for it last night. Me, JT, and Finstock all watched it together.
Oh, we destroyed it.
Oh, I miss everything.
No, you're going to come back and we're going to do audio commentary more often for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome.
It was a lot of fun. You don't realize how good arm wrestling is until you're watching this movie. I mean, if you don't want to get up and challenge everybody to an arm wrestling match at a bar every time, then you're not watching this movie correctly.
Exactly. With a glass of vodka, obviously.
Yeah. Now, Finstock, I believe you know when they released Over the Top in Mexico. What was it called?
Yeah, little did I know. I do a little segment on my show, Box Office Breakdown, crazy foreign titles for American movies. Over the Top, actually, Steve, was called Yo Adrian, I'm an arm wrestler now.
Yeah.
They bank off stuff like that. They're like, yeah, he's Rocky, he's Adrian, whatever.
I think you should. Go ahead.
What? No, I was just going to say that's what I think happened to Stallone in the 80s, because everybody was like, now Rocky goes to Vietnam to save his buddies.
Absolutely.
Like, everybody just referred to him as Rocky.
And the foreign people do that.
Reagan giving Stallone an award, and he called him Rocky.
Yeah, everybody thinks he's Rocky. That's it.
Rocky Balboa is in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Sylvester Stallone is not.
No. Frank is in the Boxing Hall of Fame, too.
Yeah, and Frank Stallone sang a song and wrote and produced a song on this soundtrack, Steve. Not sure if you know.
And fixed the trucks when they broke down on set.
Dude, Frank Stallone's got a great voice.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
It's a great
so
singer.
If he's listening. Hello, Mr. Stallone.
I'll tell him you said what's up.
Please. I saw Frank Stallone at the Hall & Oates concert, and I got starstruck.
Oh, my
He's the
God.
best. He's the best.
Was he just jamming to You Make My Dreams Come True? Does he dance? I mean, he's got to
He does everything.
No,
Yeah.
he was just like walking through the place where you get T-shirts and stuff.
He's probably selling his own merchandise. Hey, Steve, we were also saying that every single person on the soundtrack, we got Eddie Money, Frank Stallone, Asia, Sammy Hagar.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Everybody's been in rehab at least once for like cocaine abuse.
Well, it was the 80s, I guess.
Yeah. Even Stallone was like, this is getting a little out of control on set. I think everybody's got to just dial it back a little bit.
Yes.
And Eddie Money was like, screw you.
Shake it.
Yeah. Eddie Money went bananas.
Oh, man. Steve, well, listen, if there is a national arm wrestling thing going on while you're in Vegas, can you please report back with...
Yeah, I will take pictures and tweet them out.
Thank you.
And if Eddie Money and... can we go see Eddie Money in concert, guys?
Yes.
I wanted to go see him on the 9th
right.
at the Saban Theater, but the tickets were like $200 a pop.
Well, the next time he's in town,
know.
we're all going to see Eddie Money.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
All right, buddy.
All right, have fun. I miss you guys.
Miss you too, buddy.
Take it
See you
easy, Steve.
soon.
All right, later.
Steve Simone, the pride of Philadelphia, the co-host of Guilty Movie Pleasures. He's a handsome, handsome man. Loves arm wrestling. Loves Stallone.
He's the best.
And I mean, he's from Philly. Everybody from Philly has some. It's like 6 degrees of Sylvester Stallone in Philadelphia.
Everybody knows something about Stallone
Yeah.
there. I mean, you know what the crazy part about Stallone movies is, especially this one, all the 80s ones, and even the new ones now, like Expendables, they're so manly that they almost spin off like the radar into like homoerotica. Like it's just like, it's like Fabio,
Fabio is I mean, he doesn't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. He got hit in the head by a bird on a roller coaster that almost killed him. He was going down a roller coaster and a bird hit him right in the face. But
The bird was so attracted to him.
He's so strong that it didn't even hurt him. Like me and you would have chopped our head off. He's got a big neck.
If I walked into a room and I looked like Fabio, everybody would think I was gay.
Oh, immediately.
But then you go to his house and like his whole kitchen is just motorcycles in the kitchen. You
And
remember that
knives.
MTV Cribs?
Yeah, and knives.
And Stallone is the same way. Like every time, okay, Stallone is not sweating at all in
Never.
in the bar scene
Never.
with Blaster at the beginning. He's not sweating at all. He walks up to the arm wrestling thing and he's already glistening.
Yeah.
And sweating through the t-shirt.
Full Vaseline
which
on
we
his
noticed
face.
last night. And then he puts, and JT, listen, look into the camera and give your best Stallone game face. This is a little segment we're calling JT Makes a Face.
Yeah. JT makes a legit game face.
Give it, go ahead.
Blank stares, JT.
Blank stares,
Remember.
JT. You go into a new place. You go to
Yeah.
a newfound glory.
Yeah.
Which was a great 90s band.
All right.
You ready?
All right, here we go.
JT also has a boner talking about this movie.
Yes.
I'm going to take the headphones off.
Go ahead. Are you feeling it? You feeling it? JT, Blaster is in the back of the bar. Feel it. Get it in there.
Yes,
Turn
get
their
it.
hat's already turned back around.
Yeah.
Yell. Do something. You're here. That's the greatest. That's JT's
It's not
greatest
bad.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, my greatest, like I said yesterday, I haven't seen this movie in like 15 years. Two great things happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, I watched Over the Top, and Charles Manson got his marriage license. Two amazing things to happen in America.
It's a great day. It's a great day.
Yeah, it's not
now,
bad.
what was the first time you saw this movie? Do you remember?
You know, what was it? 87. Mm-hmm. I was in like. I was like a senior in college.
Yeah.
I mean, no. See, 87. I think it was in like 5th grade.
Okay.
I'd have to say, I think we went on like a school trip and like we went to see it. I'm
Okay.
almost positive. You know, and then I remember everybody like in the school was arm wrestling after that.
No, yeah.
Like everybody was.
And the thing, and everybody went over the top immediately.
Everybody did.
You had to
Yeah.
outlaw over the top.
Yeah, we went from thumb wrestling to like arm wrestling
Immediately.
in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Yeah. So my cousin introduced my brother and I to Over the Top at my grandma's house one summer, and he's like, "You never seen Over the Top? You never seen Over the Top?" And then Ben and I, like, we would fight to the death, and then obviously settle it with arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And we would both go over the top, and then start punching one another while we had Over the Top.
Brilliant.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
We added that next little je ne sais quoi to the movie.
Well, the thing is, if you have both you're both of equal strength,
Yeah.
it's almost like playing a tic-tac-toe thing. Like nobody really wins unless you start cheating.
Well, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. And JT, when was the first time you saw this movie? Do you remember?
Yeah, I actually, my uncle used to take us to the pawn shop to buy VHS tapes.
Oh my
Classy,
God. That's
dude.
yeah,
incredible.
I know, because
classy.
he would get them really cheap.
Where did you live? In
Is
the
it-
bad part of town in
No,
Vegas?
Bristol.
Bogota, Colombia.
Bristol, yeah.
We had 2 pawn shops, and I remember we'd always look through the VHS. It'd be like a wall of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, Over the Top.
Funny enough, every pawn shop still has a wall of VHS.
They do.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And I saw the cover, like that poster we showed earlier.
Yeah.
And I was like, Stallone, arm wrestling? Sign me up.
I'm in.
That was it.
So good. Speaking of first times, I believe we have Cody, our intern and lovely gentleman, calling in. He just watched Over the Top. Cody, welcome to Guilty Movie Pleasures. How are things, buddy?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
Hey, Cody. Hey, is it true that you were the stunt double for the kid in this?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's very true.
We were talking earlier. I mean, we've seen you cry on the Schmoes No Set at least once a show, so
Yes.
you're pretty good at crying on camera.
Yeah, it's a gift, really. You know, I can't really, chalk it up to any luck or anything. It's a gift.
Good to hear you being humble. That's
Yeah.
great.
I
That's good stuff.
also beat him in the
Absolutely,
Schmoes No
yeah.
Fantasy League this week.
So now you just watched this like a couple days ago for the first time.
Yeah, yesterday actually.
Have you just started to challenge everybody to arm wrestling matches or what?
Yeah, I'm currently lifting up a dumbbell as we speak. As I'm on the phone right now, getting ready.
Did you as well buy the VHS from a pawn store?
A pawn shop?
Yeah,
Dude, I think we're at the same store.
yeah. In Bristol, Connecticut.
Did you have to go rent this on DVD somewhere, Cody, or did you find it somewhere?
No, I just bought it online real quick. A little 2-day rental thing.
Man.
Yeah, it's
For
like
$2.
it's like 6 cents on Amazon.
Yeah.
What was okay, we'll do quick favorites here. Favorite quote.
Favorite quote. I don't know if it's a quote, just the shot of the whole morning exercise montage. I think it's my favorite part of this entire
Well,
thing.
you got to figure that we said last night on the audio commentary that Stallone 94% of his acting is in montages in all of his movies.
Yeah, really.
So,
Yeah.
and this was a classic one. I mean, come on, don't you think that there's some way to rig an arm wrestling like weightlifting thing in a truck, like in your car? It's all I want.
It's all I could do it.
I'm putting that in my car as we speak. I'm doing a lot right now.
Yes.
Copster's installing it.
Cops are
Yeah.
all shoulders. He can
All
install
shoulders.
anything.
Copster has the Copster has like a what's that called when you pull down like this?
the lat pull down.
Yeah, Copster has a lat pull down in his car that he doesn't even. His
He drives
girlfriend
with
holds
his
the
knees.
wheel while he's doing lat pull downs.
Cody, top best like plot hole in the movie that you can figure out.
I don't know why the grandpa kidnapped the kid. You remember that? That was a little extreme. I know he wants his grandson back, but good God, man,
Yeah.
Agreed.
that's a little extreme. I just didn't agree with that part.
Agreed.
But
Favorite arm wrestler, and besides Bull Hurley and Lincoln Hawk, who's your favorite arm wrestler in the competition?
Who was the first guy he played in the tournament?
Harry
The
Bosco.
super duper sweaty guy. I know they're all sweaty, but whatever.
Harry Bosco. or
in
no?
the finals, you mean?
Yeah, in the finals.
Oh, Grizzly.
I can't remember his name.
When he eats the
Grizzly,
cigar.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Johnny
Best
Grizzly.
name in the league.
Yeah, John Grizzly. Great beard. He's got a great quote.
They said he was going to eat a little. He wanted to eat a real live monkey, but they're like, nah, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that.
Is that
It's
right?
too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they went with motor oil and a cigar.
All right. Do you think you could beat JTE in an arm wrestling match?
Oh, all day.
Oh,
Wow.
challenge accepted.
That's a Schmo Plus video right there.
Yes,
Going down.
love it. All right, finally, here's a did you know trivia. True or false? The lead singer of Asia was originally supposed to play The Winner Takes It All, but they thought his voice wasn't hard enough, so they hired Sammy Hagar. True or false?
I'm going to go true.
That is correct.
That is true.
correct. Well done, Cody.
That is
well
absolutely
done.
true. Another one, true or false? Jaden Smith is supposed to be in a remake to Over the Top. But like 5 minutes into the movie, when he escapes his dad's truck, he actually gets hit by a car, and the movie ends. True or false?
If that's true, I'm going to go run in front of a car.
Yeah.
You better not be remaking this movie.
They can't remake this movie. It's too perfect. All right, final trivia question. True or false? Sylvester Stallone actually let Bull Hurley punch him in the face in that end scene to make his nose bleed for real. True or false?
I want to say true.
That is correct.
That
it's
is correct.
true.
Yeah.
Bull Hurley punched him in the face, and they actually injured one another. Bull Hurley dislocated his shoulder, and Stallone strained his forearm. I'm not sure which one's worse, but I'm guessing the shoulder.
One more, true or false?
Go ahead.
The leather strap that they used to keep their hands together in the end was made from Hannibal Lecter's mask in Silence of the Lambs.
You know, I believe I heard a story about this. That is true. Absolutely.
That is true.
Yeah.
100% true. They used it.
Oh, so
Stallone was
good.
like, I love that movie.
Love
Let's
it.
just use the mask.
Love it. Cody, thanks for calling in, man. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Keep up the great work on Facebook and Twitter and all over the place.
Good
there,
job,
man.
buddy. Too
Good
bad I
man.
beat you this week. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna listen. I think we talked about this last night. Listen, if you guys are watching this show right now, we are also releasing audio commentary of JTE, Finstock, and myself as we watched this movie last night. It was one of the more fun 90 minutes we've ever had together.
With a little red tag on it.
Yeah,
Because that means explicit.
it's very explicit.
Straight up. If you can't take it, don't listen to it.
And also, please don't go out looking for Over the Top and then accidentally rent Under the Top. That is a porn film that was a spoof of
With Fabio
Over
in
the
it.
Top. Fabio,
But he doesn't do
totally.
anything. Adam West's in it too.
I listen. My personal if we're gonna go to, I like to top 5 quotes, top
Yeah.
5 moments. Okay. My top quote is the Bull Hurley.
Yes. Die,
Okay.
drive truck, break arm.
I drive truck, I break arms, I arm wrestle.
Boom.
And then on the back it said, "Second place sucks."
Yes.
That's my favorite quote of the movie.
It's amazing, and it's a shirt, and
It's a shirt that we should make. What do you got?
Absolutely. I like what Harry Bosco says. My whole body is an engine. This is a fire plug. I mean, who wrote that? You know what I mean?
Do you think that they were, if they were improv
And then he
those
makes
guys
a
are
fist.
genius?
And then he makes a fist.
Oh.
I think, and he's my favorite arm wrestler, obviously. Harry
it?
Bosco. Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
He's so wiry.
He is wiry.
He's a wiry, like, KG veteran.
You know what he reminds me of? Do you remember in Bloodsport when there was like that? The black dude was like his style was real monkeyish, which was very racist at the time.
Yeah, of course.
But that's like what Harry Bosco goes in there. It's
Yeah.
like he's got strenuously muscles.
Yep.
You don't. It's again like we said. It's all about leverage. JT, what's your favorite quote in the movie? Did we take yours?
No, I love Rocky Balboa because it's like Stallone's giving me a speech. It's almost like he's parenting me.
Yeah.
And I love when he does that in movies, and he does it right here.
Now it's time to do for yourself, Mike, and you can do it. Because I'm telling you, the world meets nobody halfway. Do you understand what that means? If you want it, Mike, you gotta take it.
Love it.
So
Words to
heartfelt.
live by.
He's so heartfelt and so genuine.
Yeah, he's I mean, legit, maybe greatest actor in American history.
Yes.
And I say that with all sincerity. I really
Yeah.
do. I mean, he's good in everything.
He's just
he
an
does.
underdog story. Every time you watch a Stallone movie, you come out just like smiling. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Rocky,
Or learning how to
whatever
arm
it
wrestle.
is. Yeah, and he makes people believe in themselves. Like
Yeah.
even the kid who never comes out of his house, he watches like a Rocky movie. Next thing you know, he buys a punching bag and
Yeah.
he's fighting the bullies and winning or losing. And then like his mom buys him a pull-up bar and they cook chicken and stuff. It's great.
His montages no bounce.
Yeah.
They really don't. Now, my favorite part of the movie, my favorite moment in the movie, and all three of us are in agreement, is when he lets out the Lincoln Hawk yell.
Oh, yeah.
When he's wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Is he wrestling Grizzly when he lets out the yell?
Yes, it's a rematch.
It's the
Yes.
rematch
It's
with
the
Grizzly.
rematch with Grizzly.
Grizzly is wearing a FUBAR shirt, which means fucked up beyond all recognition. If you guys didn't know that, you're welcome.
That's correct
I'm
what it
just
means.
informing the youth of America. JT, can you play the screen for us? Can you play that one more time? If you could play that a third
One more
time.
time. Yeah, for me too.
Yesterday I went to the grocery store and they were all out of prosciutto di Parma. 2 weeks ago I thought a girl really liked me and she hasn't texted me back since. This morning I realized I hadn't got gas in my car in 2 weeks and we're running on fumes.
Yeah, yesterday my car didn't start.
This past week I hooked up with a girl and she said that she hated my mustache.
Same here.
Give us one, JD.
I was told it'll never be over the top part 2.
I was told they were trying to remake it with Burt Reynolds.
I was told they weren't going to let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
I heard Mark Ellis stole my entire free wing party to beat Buffalo Wild Wings and just invited his girlfriend and her 5 friends.
I just watched Dan Blazarian's Instagram.
My favorite part of Box Office Breakdown this past week was when FKA Twigs called in.
Mine too.
Listen, guys, the Stallone Yell can be used at anything. My mom didn't get me a Steelers jersey for Christmas last year.
Anything. I didn't have a condom the other night.
Tom Brady's wife won't call me back. JT slept on my couch last night.
Drew. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That might be the greatest moment in the history of this show.
Yeah, I didn't have any more vodka last night after the audio commentary.
A girl squeezed my nipple so hard it bled when I was a senior in college.
Jesus Christ, it's so
Did
good.
I go a little too far on that one? Robert Loggia was actually supposed to be related to us on my mom's side, but we found out 2 years ago that was a complete lie.
I've never been to an Eddie Money concert yet.
Nor have I.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Finally, I believe that we should. Let's take a moment of silence for the kid that played the son.
Yeah.
His career, really just, he did a lot of TV. He was a voice in the Transformers show and Transformers the movie. He played Witwicky. He really, I think this movie could have launched his career, but he just cried too much, and they had him in too many white linen outfits.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to like dress him like Richard Gere and Officer and a Gentleman, but Richard Gere's obviously a lot cooler, minus a hamster.
And then my mom tried to dress me like the kid in Over the Top, and this was my reaction.
My mom tried to get me a haircut like him, and I was like,
every time I take a sip out of the Stallone mug, this is how I feel. When people tell me that we only have 650 likes on Facebook, who isn't subscribed and rated the show yet?
when I bought the Nike shirt like Clubber Lang had on Rocky 3, and I chopped it off with scissors and looked at myself in a mirror.
I just started cutting all my shirts like the cast in the Arm Wrestling National Championship, simply so that when I showed up places, I could just say...
Basically, every single person in this movie had a shirt with a rip in it, or a hole in it.
Which I think, like the show is called Guilty Movie Pleasures, and if we're talking about what makes this a guilty movie pleasure, okay, it's about an arm wrestling. Listen, this is the breakdown on Rotten Tomatoes, which only got 36%. This is just the only line. A sensitive yet macho truck driver attempts to win the respect of his estranged young son by entering an arm wrestling contest in this attempted drama.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Okay,
it's brilliant.
Every shirt is cut.
Every shirt is cut. There was one shirt that just looked like spaghetti. Like it was a line around his neck and like right over his nipples. I mean, if it was a chick wearing it, it'd be hot.
Incredible.
And she would be like, if a chick would wore it, I'd be like,
if every girl for the After Hours Schmo show wears a shirt like that,
dude, wow.
Anytime I turn my hat around, this is how I.
Every single chick on their schmoes note, they all got cans.
Guys, listen, we're gonna make this. Listen, we're gonna make this a meme or just a hashtag called Stallone Yell, and you guys you say things you want, tweet it at us, tweet at me, at Josh Macuga, at Bob Finstock?
At Bob Finstock, yeah.
At Bob Finstock. Just hashtag Stallone Yell. Guys, this was one of my favorite movies of all time. I know it is. So, give us some comments, rate it in iTunes, give us 5-star, leave us some comments. Listen to this song all day, every day. This is Sammy Hagar. Winner takes all. Loser takes the fall.
Yeah, they always do. That's what happens.
Watch Finstock and JTE show, Box Office Breakdown, every Monday with the lovely Sarah Stretton.
Oh, yeah.
Next week, we are doing Gremlins 2 with Scott Mance. We're going to pre-record that because I won't be in town. And then in 3 weeks, we will be doing, Steve Simone will be back in town, and we are doing Flash Gordon, which is one of his and my favorite movies. Again, hashtag Stallone Yell. Let us know what you think. Thank you guys for watching Guilty Movie Pleasures. And remember, I break arms, I drive truck, I arm wrestle. Second place sucks.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Christian Harloff, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.